To embed your registration form, your live event, and or your recording on BigMarker, simply go to your webinar landing page. You'll know you're on your landing page when you see this live page button with the little arrow pointing down. And when you're on this page, you'll notice that you have an admin dashboard just here to the right. And on that dashboard, you'll see you have two different buttons, Embed Registration Widget, and then also Embed Live Event Widget, which will also turn into your embed your recording once the event has been recorded. So first, let's check out the Embed Registration Widget. When I click there, it will give me a little widget that essentially just gives all the information, or at least a condensed version of all the information about my event in this little widget here with the Reserve Your Spot button that will essentially just take them to the live page of your BigMarker webinar and have them register there. So there are a few stylistic changes that you can make to this widget. First and foremost, if you don't want the text here, so your About section of your webinar to show up, you can go and click that you want to make it a small widget, so that just removes the text about your webinar and just keeps the picture and the Reserve Your Spot button. You can also change the color, so if you wanted to change from green to blue, red, or gray, you have that option. And then also, if you wanted to change the text of the button, such as changing it from Reserve Your Spot to RSVP, you can absolutely do that. And then to apply this widget to your website or blog, all you have to do is go to the top here and copy your code and then paste it into the appropriate places of your website, just where you normally embed code, and that will show up on your website or blog. Next, we'll see how to embed the live event widget, and again, this is also the same widget for the recording if you have a recorded webinar. So all you do, same thing, just copy that code and paste it into your website or blog. And I actually have an example of how that will appear on your blog or website, both before and then after as well. So before the start of your event, you'll have another registration form with a button that will also bring them back to that live page. But then also at the time of the start of the webinar when it's going on in session, people will be able to watch the webinar simply through this widget that's on your website. And then to launch the full experience, they can click on it and then it will bring them to the webinar actual room where the webinar is being held.